Hi there, this is Jacob Nash Engineering Lessons, and this is Unit 3.1, Lesson 5 on Standard 3.1.4 while loops and if-else structures. So I don't have a slideshow for this one. I really been kind of pressed for time lately, but I can still show you on the VexVR how to use these blocks. Also, I highly suggest, if you watch these videos a lot, you should go to the playlists and choose a playlist for the unit, because it'll have the videos in order instead of just trying to find some random video. Because I'm going to add as a there will be a lesson 6 and kind of a lesson 7, but it's a presentation that that I will put on there from a different YouTube channel. But let's get started. So I didn't have this completely prepared, but I'm going to try to go through the notes that are from PLTW to see what I'll say. So first, we'll talk about while loops. So while loops, you can find these in the control part. It's right here. This is useful, and in the project example video, which will be the 7th video on the Unit 3.1 playlist, you can see that that was used for the main basis of the project. So basically, a while loop is a construction that's repeatedly executed if it remains true. So while something's happening, do this. So basically, while something's happening, the something that's happening is going to be in that trapezoid, or not trapezoid, well, kind of trapezoid. It's more like a hexagon, I guess, but whatever. That's not the point. But that's where something goes. So it's saying while this happens. So let's just put in something in there. While left bumper is pressed. So while the left bumper is pressed, do what? Okay, well, while it's pressed, maybe stop driving because you don't want it to crash. But basically what this statement's saying, if that turns out to be false, if the left bumper is not pressed, then it won't stop driving. So that's what a while loop basically is. It's saying, if something's happening, then do this. But if it's not happening, don't worry about it. Don't do that. So that's a condition. That's called a condition. If it turns out to be true or false. So that's what the while loop uses. And that's really about it for the while loops. I mean, there's lots of other things you can do, like with the operators. So you can use and, or not. Now, I don't know if you've heard of Boolean, but different factors were created. So I'll talk about how to make a block in the next thing, but the trapezoid thing is called a Boolean space because someone famous with the name of Boolean created these different factors: the and, the or, and the not. Now I can't remember if I talked about this on the other videos, but sorry if I did, but I'm going to say it again. So basically, with the and, you can say, well, you can do different variables. I'll talk about that in the next one too. But you could say if something's equal to 50 and something's equal to 30. Let the somethings, I'll just get some random blocks out of here. So we'll just do while. So while no equals 50 and end equals 30. So it doesn't matter what no and end mean, but that's just a variable that's created. And so it's basically saying stop driving if no equals 50 and end equals 30. So that means it has to be a very specific coincidental situation where those happen to be equal. But if you didn't want it to have to be that they're both equal at the same time, you could say either one. It doesn't matter which one. They don't have to both be. It can choose. So if no equals 50 but n doesn't equal 30, it will still stop driving because it's an or. But you can also do not, and that's kind of self-explanatory. If not doesn't, or if no doesn't equal 50, then stop driving. You can even put these together. So if no doesn't equal 50 and end doesn't equal 30, you can do that too. So if that happened, then it would stop driving. But that's a rare occasion, depending on what it is. So that's while loops. That's basically what that is. So let's trash can these things for now. Now we'll go on to if-else statement, or really condition. This is also a condition. So we already did if-then statement, but now there's else. So the example that can be used in that PLTW gave says, if distance found an object, then drive forward, else turn right 5 degrees. So what this is saying is if, let's just put up the playground for now. If distance found an object, then do this. Sometimes this kind of frustrates me. Okay, so we're putting on the Castle Crasher. We know this one. I think I've done this in a different video. So, So if distance found object, basically if the VR SDV found an object, then drive forward. So in this case, that would mean that you want it to crash into things. So it's like, ooh, I do want to crash into that. If it sees something, it does try to crash into it. And basically the else statement is like, in addition, do this. So kind of like as an addition to what was already there. So watch what happens if I put this in here. I first just have to put drive forward, and let's see what it does. It will see this object, and let's see what it does. So it found it, and it did not need to well, it fell off, but it didn't need to turn 5 degrees because it already was able to knock it over. But really the 5 degrees, it was only going to do that if that once, as soon as that if statement turns out to be false, it will do that. So as soon as it notices, oh, there's no object there anymore, it would try to turn so that it could knock it over even more. So that, hopefully that made sense, but that's basically what it is. But as far as this video, that's it, and thanks for watching.